Tune into Pops. Let me tell you about the show called Pops, where we drop the knowledge on all the latest thoughts, from comics and movies, games and TV shows.
Dexter's Laboratory. That's right. The genius of Genndy Tartakovsky is just, oh, I love it. Emmy Award-winning TV series is now going to drop on physical media, right? First time on DVD. All 78 episodes are coming. We're going to have that this week, tomorrow, actually. By the time you guys are watching this, it's today. Sorry, it's today. It's today, June 25th. You can have Dexter's Lab for yourself. So make sure you get a copy. I'll put a link in there for Amazon so you guys can get it that way. And I tell you what, it is like so smart, clever, fun, goofy, and silly. And I love the fact that there's like messaging along the way about being a good sibling without having like anything hand fisted. And then it's like all of these like cutaway little commercial type shorts and things like that. Just so many great characters. Man, I love it so much. So I love the fact that you have sort of like this little Einstein kid, third grader, Dexter. He has this goofy, silly relationship with his, spaced out sister Dee Dee. And he runs sort of like he's kind of like a early version of Gru from the Despicable Me franchise, like this evil genius who creates amazing inventions. He has a top secret lab, that kind of thing. So just great, great stuff. Folks, if you're not plugged into Dexter's Lab and you just want a break from some of the shenanigans that are out there, I'm telling you, it is some of the best fun you're going to have in a while. There's a special on it as well called Dexter's Laboratory Ego Trip. It brought together some different things there. So I thought that was really cool as well. Really fun, great show. Tartakovsky already has this amazing resume of stuff to kind of go on. I mean, I'm just always so thrilled with the stuff he does. Obviously, Clone Wars was like this big thing for you where like his name was ingrained into my soul, right? As this genius. And then down that rabbit hole took me to the other things that he's worked on. So but yeah, there's a shot of Dee Dee. This is the intro and the goofiness. Here's a shot that I like. I really wanted to make sure we played real quick. Look at the animation, how silly this gets. We're gonna do a little sound and stuff. Also, folks, you get the whole effect with the music. Watch the eyes. We're gonna have the eyes, and the eyes are gonna turn all the way around. It's so great and goofy. I love it so much. And then just shouldn't go in the little boy's room. Shouldn't go in your brother's room, right? And in Dexter's room, he has a little secret hatch, like a little hole, right? So instead of having just like a fire pole, like a Ghostbusters thing, it's like a little chute. Down she goes. Every boy's dream. Look, no DDs. And of course, she's there working. She's goofing around with her little silly sister dance. And he's there working on his latest invention. And of course, that's the image that I stole from right here. It's just iconic. I don't know if I have a Dexter shirt. I need a Dexter shirt, I think. Dexter hat probably would be better. She, of course, takes the invention. You hijinks ensue. Those kinds of things. Look at the crazy robot, I guess, spaceship thing he's created. Oh, it's great. So every episode is just full of a lot of hijinks and fun. I think you enjoy it if you've never seen it or haven't seen it in a while. And if you have seen it, let me know your thoughts. I know this is an era when animation was done completely different, so much more focus on family content and things that we really would enjoy watching with our kids and sharing with them in a more robust way than we do now. So some of the other stuff that they did is they had these other superhero based characters. Obviously, he has a lab monkey, right? You have the Justice Friends, the trio of superheroes that they kind of like share an apartment. They're super funny. I love those guys. Those guys are really, really, they always kind of make me laugh because I don't quite know how to take sort of like the silly inside gags. Like, I'd love to know what is the dynamics between Valhallan, who is the Thor character, right? Tom Kenny, that's the guy who does SpongeBob, right? Then you have Major Glory, Rob Paulson, who's just he has so many great credits to Rob Paulson's name, who's like this over the top. I don't. But basically, it's just so great. I know him a lot because the Animaniacs and Peeking the Brain stuff, but he's fantastic. And then of course you have the Hulk character, and it just all plays for fun. It all plays for levity. It plays for spoof, parody, gags. Mom and Dad is in it, so it's never really like it's an era also too. We weren't like just dunking on parents every episode. Like they were kind of oblivious to the shenanigans the kids were getting into, but it wasn't about humiliating or belittling the parents. I think sometimes newer animation and new TV gets into the wrong lane there with that kind of stuff. And Dexter's to me doesn't appear to be doing that. I know I'm sure there's episodes that might. There are some recurring segments I think that you'll like the dial in for monkey thing. Kind of mentioned the monkey before. That's really kind of fun. Frank Welker comes into play there. Of course, the legendary Frank Welker. We all love Frank. More Frank is always a good thing for all of us. So dial in for monkey is super cool. Obviously, the Justice Friends I mentioned briefly. That's kind of really kind of fun. And I will say the Kronk. I think it's Infraggable Kronk is Welker's character as well. And it's just like this whole over the top sitcom laugh track type stuff they do with the Justice League parody, Super Friends, right? There's other things that happen. I think it's Puppet Pals. I think it's pretty cool. That's kind of fun. And just the idea that you have sort of like this just great ensemble cast of great voice actors. And it seems like today we end up hiring these one off type people from Hollywood. And instead, for Dexter, we end up having these people who, and if you look at the credits too, some of these characters were voiced by someone who could do like 18 other characters, right? So when you look at what they do for the show, you'll find like Christine Cavanaugh does Dexter, but then we like all these other things that she did on the show. Like we need a person who got into the cab for this episode, and she just does the voice for that. Or Tom Kenny does the voice for this person. It's like it's really, really incredible stuff. And as someone who really just kind of likes that element of the nerdy stuff, this is like a dream come true for me to be able to get this. And can't believe they sent this stuff out there for review, and we're going to have a physical copy. So maybe you have it digitally, maybe you don't, but if you can get connected to some Dexter's Lab, love to hear from you guys. Super, super cool. We're still down the rabbit hole. Obviously, there's 78 episodes to revisit. It's a lot of hours. We got through quite a lot. Poor Mrs. Pops. She was in and out of things, and she would think that I'm laughing that I was actually saying something from the other room, or she thinks I was calling her when it'd be a character in the show. I mean, we were really soaking up some Dexter's Lab in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So you guys get a copy for yourselves. You guys got to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit you out here with some Dempsey music. Take care, everybody. I am Pops.
Thank you for tuning